Morning. 0600 hours and 27 minutes on September 30th, 2018. It's a Sunday. The day you praise. There's other 6 days of the week I praise, give honor, and I'm gracious for the Creator. We give power and trust to everything. What made me make this? I always said my whole life, I listen to people talk. I was like, why do we talk like this? Growing up, I used to get tested. So it thought something was wrong with me. It's me in the shadow. I'm not turning my light on, not getting up. And so I would get tested. I remember this. I would get tested by different people over and over and over. I got every type of test you can think of. Another test you be seeing on TV. What do you see? What do you hear? What sound is this? What color? What shape is this? You know why? He thought something was wrong with me. As a child, I was like, there's nothing wrong with me. There's something wrong with the people around me that can't understand me. Because I would look at things and I'd be like, that's not what it's showing. And then the adults kept saying, yes, it is. Yes, it is. And other kids didn't understand because they were born a certain way. But early in life, as a baby, whatever they was being taught or shown, it's like it was on your sponge. So they accept it. So if you can call me rebellious, a woman kept calling me rebellious, or what's the other word? One was recently calling me. I'm controversial. I'm controversial. But I guess I've been like that since I was born because I never accepted it as it is because the way I seen it, I didn't see it that way. Like a word, just say we're looking at the box. I'm looking at my box where it say insignia. My mind would see insignia. I would say insignia to you. But the wording of the spelling of the words was not insignia. The way we were supposed to say the words, to see it, that's what I was saying. But the one thing that made it so bad for me, I didn't have a person around to say, what do you see? Now draw it. And let's go research this. I have lost that ability because they kept shaping me and forming me into this English language. They kept telling me this is the English language, Old News, Old Saxons, Old Saxon, all these Latin, Greeks, and Scandinavian, all these languages put together just to make up the English language. That's why they call it a bastard language. Bastard means no father. This language had no fa. So it had a ma because it was deriving from every other language you can think of. It had a maternal. It had an instinct of where it came from. You know, derived is like instinct. So it derived from other languages. But it was no father because there was no seed. See, mother can take on a child anywhere because that's the desire of the ma. That's the balance with the fa, the seed, the father. He can come into life too and be like, well, if you're with the mother and I'm with you and the mother. See, that's the balance of mother and father. So anybody that try to explain why a woman more so often a man can come into a woman's life to have 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever many kids she have with no fathers, where it'd be a little bit different from the man to well for a woman to walk into a man life to have 3 or 4, unless somehow he's a more of a widower. There's not a there's not enough in the design to make the woman, except her ma part, her maternal instinct part, to be like, okay, I can take. But then when she get with that man has to have full discipline over his children. Order for anything, her instincts, her balance to work. Her balance can't work if the children are disrespectful. That's why when you hear stories, more men are more accepting of a women with children than the women with that because it's going to be way high, and I don't fault no woman for wanting to do that. I don't have children, but I know the majority of the women at 35 is going to have children, so it's going to be a choice for me to accept that. So we trusted in this language. It's a bastard language without a father. There's no seed, but it's a ma because it maternally can just take on. Like a mother can have a child. It got the surrogates, or that's why when a man go out cheat and have children with multiple women, it's harder for the other woman to accept because there is no. It's that child has an attachment already. That child has a mother. It has a father is easily because of the seed. The seed sheds of its shell when the child is born. So the shell of the father don't have to be there. Another father can pick up and cover the child. The father is the covering of the family. That's why you're gonna explain the head. And like I tell women, you gotta explain more to me. I know how to explain it to myself. But when you just say crap to me, that's how it is. I know you have no true understanding of what you're talking about. That's talking to me. Anybody else, they don't care. You don't understand what you're talking about because you have no true. You cannot explain what you're saying, and it's not to be difficult or hard to be controversial. It's this. I want to see if you understand what you're really saying, or are you just saying this? I'm pointing how I point to my brain. That's my hand moving. Are you just saying what you're saying just to say? Because that's all you know and trust in. That's all you believe in. And so they told me there was something, and I learned there was nothing wrong with me. Because then when we got to spelling, I could have been in the national spelling bee, but I didn't have the. And you a child when you don't have the father, it's kind of hard to want to do a lot of things. And then your mother's support, it's not so great because the mother support, she had to support three other children. When you decide I want to go play football, she had to be other places. She had to be in a central location, and so one of us got hurt, and she didn't have it. Like, and that's the thing. What happened? The father's not there. So when one parent is missing, the multiple children's gonna miss out unless you're just forcing yourself. Like, I also tell women, stop saying you the father. On Father's Day, if the father's not there, I don't. The child don't have a Father's Day to me. I don't say thank you to you being a woman. No, I don't say stupid crap because because a man is not a woman. So on Mother's Day, when a mother's not there, there's a lot of mothers that's not in their children's life. I went to school with a lady. She had two sons. I don't know if the father's there or not, but she would vacation like almost every week. Who taking care of her sons? Not her. So she don't even know what's going on. She had no maternal instinct. I knew a lady I dated or tried to get and was with and dated. She didn't experience her 2 year daughter. She had her daughter and left because she had to better her life and she was in trouble. Her mother took care of her child, and she told me I have no connection to my daughter. I know you don't. There will be no connection to your daughter because you have in the beginning to make that connection. You didn't have it. You left. So your mother took over more the maternal instincts of what she could. She couldn't fully maternalize the maternal instincts, but she did it enough because she's the ma. So what we've been doing for the last centuries and centuries is just believing and trusting in what was traditionally taught and told to us, in which we gathered all these elements of love, sickness, and illness. That's the one thing I hate people to say. I have the flu. I don't say I had the flu. I said the flu has tried to overtake me, and now when I just had the flu try to overtake me 6 days ago. I'm on day 6. You know what I took for it? Nothing. I tried to see if so our bodies are naturally cleansers, and I was playing prevent my whole year at the cost I could, because to play the real prevent to keep your body cleansed of a clean colon and clean mucus, that costs you about $10,000 a year. And here, if women stop paying for their hair, they see that's let's say $5,000 to $10,000 a year. That's it right there. So no, so if we get back to our original selves, if that's what women trying to say, they want to walk around naked. Well, if you're gonna walk around naked, make sure your body is cleansed. Because now what you opening yourself up, your body has no protection from what it normally have. And you shave. And if it's cold and if you shave, you have no protection from the cold. And see, this is just being logical and some type of understanding of, well, if I do this, this is the outcome. So if women shaving their privates and legs and arms and they want to walk around naked and it's cold out, well, where's your protection? Need that hair. Beauty is only defined by what? You saying that man defined beauty, but you walking around putting chemicals in your head, and the chemicals that's put in the perms or the dyes can seep through your brain. You'll wonder why women, like, their memory is there, even men. But less so and often, our memory is come from the lack of trauma because we're working these hard jobs to provide. So in reality, does like even marriage? You just told it's a contract. It's a contract. It's a trick. It's not a whole. It's not a heartful, loving agreement upon two people to love one each other for fake. It's a contract. That's why you got to recite vows. And people are like, well, do my religion. I had a preacher, but your preacher is under the state. He had to turn in his notes in before he preached them to you to the government. Let that sink in a little bit. Since nobody want to pay attention to these things, I guess I will pay attention to these things for you. And then if you call me a liar, you can just go look this up yourself. You can go talk to your pastor. Ask your government. Go look up state versus church. It's not a verse. It's state and church, not verses. There's never a verse. Look at all these these laws that's been passed, these commission, these acts. Go look them up before you walk in the building. And there's a rules and regulations when you sign lease agreements. See, nobody knows this because nobody look. It's numbers at the bottom of your lease. Accordance 26, 34. You ever see that? That 34 for lease agreements, I think it's 34 V17 or 13 or 14. How does that go? I gotta look at my lease agreement. It's on every lease agreement. It's at the bottom of each page. Under the print. The smaller print. It's not fine print. It's just smaller. And that's how they get you. So with the dyslexia language, it's a bastard language. So when the child able to see, they say he has dyslexia. No, the child is born, and there's so many children that's born like this with not selective language, with the original language still attached. But what happens is, since we breed, foster, and nurture and groom and try to garnish or fashion what the language should be reading, what we should. I don't care if I talk wrong no more. People are like, OJ, that didn't even, like, that's how I talk. If that sounds uneducated to you, and if I sound uneducated for 5 lines, because that's the language. It's a bastard language. It has no C. The C has been shaded because you're taking letters and telling me this letter wasn't even here in the 1300s for almost 30, for according to the calendar. I'm using the calendar years. I'm gonna use the old years. For 1,300 years, we didn't use this letter. Now you telling me this letter go forward, and you wonder why we're having problems. So don't ever say anything wrong with your children. ADD, and there's some new stuff out there. Hyper. I'm like, what is this crap? You try to diagnose. Stop injecting children with all this crap in their body. Maybe they wouldn't be nothing wrong with these children. I know this dude tried to argue with me. He was, don't tell nobody I'm Jewish. You ain't Jewish. I want to say something. I said, okay. I want to tell this fool you're not Jewish. How the hell you Jewish? You don't even know where you come from. The closest you can understand is, if anything, that your parents or somebody told you. Just like people say, I'm African. You want African food? Where you come? I'm not from Africa. That's why I say I'm of African descent. I'm indigenous because I have no clue. And like I say, I tried to trace my bloodline and it stops. There's no more information because everybody is dead. Nobody can tell me. So I will not know where I'm really truly coming from. But I'm okay with that. But I'm not going to allow people to tell me what I am and what I'm not. If I don't know, I don't know. I don't know at this time because I have to keep going back a little deeper now. I somehow got to find a way to study. Now I got to study blood, the alchemy of it. But since we wanted to call that voodoo, now we won't be able to study our bloodline. We will not. See, since you thinking that ancestry, everybody ancestry is not going to continue. It's going to stop at a certain age or a certain generation because there's no more information that's been destroyed. That's what war did. That's why war. That's why it was war. War had destroyed us to connect. So to connect, to cast over. Not so. What's the word? Con is a trick. War has kept us from bonding from our ancestry. And somebody tried to say word bonding is wrong. I was like, stop, fool. You are not about to take one of the words in the language so far that shows a togetherness, a unity to keep us together. The word you're looking for is binding. He's like, no, you bind. No, you can bind all you want. That's a curse word. If any word is going to be used, you bond it back to your creator. Not bind it. Bind it is to keep spells and incantations alive. I was like, you need to go study that, brother. And he ain't say nothing else. And because I was like, did you study this? He was like, no. I was like, stop using stuff. I was like, stop telling people things too. Stick with your religion and only use that for now. Because that's the most you can do. At least if you just stick with that. But when you're starting to move on, and that's what I tell people. I don't, and I was talking about my friend. He sent me a video for Marvin Sapp called Prodigal Son. I guess that's about us getting in touch. Jesus is not my savior. Don't send me things. And I try to tell him like, and I do this stuff in a respectful way. You don't listen to me. I don't. Jesus is not my savior. If Jesus was my savior, all these people that was on the cross, all these people that was hung, that was lynched, that was brutalized, mutilated, and we call it S&M and BS and S&M. That's why I look at people with porn. I'm like, y'all don't understand what porn is. I understand. I may look at it here and there, but it's not so much the porn. It's the more the gyrating. I'm looking more at the woman than the porn itself. I don't care for straight out, let's have sex porn. Like somebody going down on somebody having sex with on camera. Then when you see couples, that's like, damn, you having sex with the woman you love and you recording her for the world to see you. And then he don't show his face, he show her face. If women only knew the power they had. And so, it's not, he's our brother, if anything. He came down as a spirit. I came down as a spirit and placed into a womb, into a seed. But I'm not going to get into that because that's what most people believe in, they're going to trust in so much. And I seen on that, and then I seen the comments on the YouTube page, the video he sent it to me. It was like 2,100 people commenting, talking about, thank you, take me back. I was like, that's cool. A lot of them was women. Women only knew the power they had. I just feel like just saying that to women all day. Walk up to every woman, young lady, if you only knew the power you had. If you only knew the power you had. And then after that, do you know the power you have? I broke form at 8 years old. And it's hard for me to just say, I believe. Believing to me is invisible. I need to know. I need to spiritually know that it's there. And that's where people get confused at, since they don't have the same religion. And when they speak, they're like, you need to do that. I was like, you didn't listen to one word I said. Because somehow you got spiritual dyslexia. The original language is in your face, and you keep telling the person that's not the original language while you following the bastard language, the no-seated language, the no father, the absence of the father language. And that's the best way. Thank you, Spirit, to show me that. Thank you, Creator. The language we are speaking, it has no father to it. There's no seed. There's a mother, because everything derives from the mother. It has to go through the womb and have to be birthed. But without that father, it won't stay there. It would go and choose any path it wants. because there's no guider, there's no discipline. It was something else in my head I wanted to speak about in the how we just believe in what we see on TV. I talked about that, but a lot of things we see on TV in the camera is not what really going on. Most recently, I was looking at what was I looking at, and they showed it on TV. Then they showed it again, and the more they kept showing it, that's why on most shows that keep repeating the same thing, it don't really have nothing new until it's done. It kept showing it over and over, and I was like, hold on, they made a mistake. They made a mistake, but nobody would. Even the people that was, how to put it, not so much following of the religions and things, they didn't catch it either. I was like, they kept repeating the same thing over and over, but then when they added something, they messed it up. Because they could say, this is new information that have been put out. No, it's not. This is the same information. You're just wording is different. So, if anything, I thank the creator for the form of the bastard language of now what we trying to put children's in curses and spells to say, well, I think us the science and the doctors and medical for calling it dyslexia. I'm happy I cannot see. Maybe I am controversial. I'm rebellious because I pose a rebel from the falsehoods, the fakes, the cons, the non-truth, the people that's creating untruths, the untruths. I'm not designed to just believe in. I am designed to know into, to know of. I know of the creator, not I believe in the creator. So start walking around and looking at the truth. Start finding the truth. Because to me, I feel like people just saying things just to say it. Nobody like take times out to study what they're talking about. As I stated before, mine is more through the spirit. I don't listen to what people say. Because their heart and mind cannot be your heart and mind cannot be on two different things and talking about you're telling the truth. That's a lie. That's a lie. You a lie to your own self. You will not understand that why you a lie to yourself. Because your heart and mind is not saying they're doing the same things. Your mind has the action. Just like these words, it has an action to it. I am being, that's an action word. I am here. See, to you is no action. Because you're not looking at it as that. If you're a being, but you're sitting still, you like there's no action. Yes, it is. You're sitting still. There's an action. See, you're not going to look. You're going to look at it on. You're only going to garner or fashion the way your brain was maternalized. Most people, a lot of people, brain don't maternalize the same way. So there, we are called the outcast. We don't fit in. Something is wrong. We don't see as you see. We don't see as we should see. Because you only see it in the form of the bastard, the no seed, the no father. People are like, well, you're like, my life would be, and it's funny, the way that some people are without the father. If they had the father, they would see the same way, but they would be able to see other things as well. It would be stronger. It wouldn't take so long for them to understand more about, like for me, where I'm at. It took me a little longer because I didn't have that father. But now he's not there, and it took me a little longer. Now I am understanding the father part. I will be able to better raise my child. My child would, I wouldn't say, oh, there's something wrong with you, my son or daughter. No, there's nothing wrong with you. Let's figure out what you have and use it, and what this world have and use it. So we're going to use what you have first. We're going to build up your gifts and talents. What I say unto one, I say unto all. It's your path. It's your journey. It's your choice, so choose wisely. Don't let people dictate and tell you who you are, or you know that's not who you are. You are stronger than you think you are. You are bigger and you are higher than you think you are. You don't need drugs to keep you high. You don't need drugs to cover your pain. Some pains you got to go through to break out. Imagine if you keep covering up dirt. You keep covering dirt. You sweep the dirt under the rug. Eventually, you got to lift that rug up. Or eventually, if you put so much dirt in, it's going to leave a lump. And you go like, what's that lump? Well, that's where you put all the dirt at. And you keep leave it there long enough, it's going to start penetrating through whatever you set it under eventually. And the dirt going to come right back up. But now it's worse because now it's seep through what through the fabric when it didn't have to seep through the fabric. Now you got two things to go. Now you got to clean up the dirt, get the dirt out of the fabric, and then hopefully it didn't pollute the air enough. And then if you had in the first place, you had to just sweep up the dirt, put it in the container it was supposed to be, and throw it away or utilize the dirt in a different way because not all dirt you don't have to throw away. You can use it for different things. It'd have been better in the beginning. But no, as people, we don't do that. We cover it up. We keep teaching and stop teaching your daughters it's hard for her voice to be heard. Her voice is heard. Your voice is not heard because you have not spoke your voice. Let's say this again. Your voice is hard to hear because you have not spoke. It's not that I don't want to keep giving the I'm not implying to a person, oh, it's hard for you. No, it's not hard. It's hard because you never done it. That's why it's hard, fool. That's a fool's man language. That's a fool's man wisdom. They say a poor man's wisdom is harder to hear. Not because he's poor. Because he's poor. Because he did a fool's man work. A poor man will only speak on one platform. Well, this will make me, if I'm only using YouTube for my one platform, I'm poor. Because I'm not utilizing the richest. The creator gave me 2 legs and 2 arms. He gave me knowledge of electronic devices. I can go on YouTube. I can make my own website. I'm not going to utilize all the other social medias. Make my own website. I can walk on the streets. I can go to Home Depot, make me some poster. I can do so much. That's why he called you a poor man. Not because you didn't have any money. He called you a poor man because you're a fool. Most poor people are fools. Everything they have is expense. Nothing, and the next thing they have is a car is a liability. They have no money generating opportunities, so they take it all their money they create every time and make it a liability, and they spend it. That's why you're in a relationship where all you doing is as a man and you're spending. That woman is no longer your woman. She's a liability. So under contract, once you break up, you owe her nothing. Since marriage don't do that, and all she is a liability, since it's a contract, you're obligated to give her what she didn't even have, or vice versa, of what he never had. So why would you get married under the earthly contract? A real marriage is a bonding and a unity and togetherness that was lost on this earth, that we do not have, that has been removed. I'll get married in my heart first. And to start off, she don't take nothing from you. She's supposed to be an add-on, as he's an add-on to your life. They should not be an expense or a liability. If they are, that's an earthly marriage. And leave it at that in the marriage compartment. Let you ponder on what I just said. If you truly willing to hear it, if you got ears to hear, and you really truly listening. Because you gotta remember, I didn't get this just from out of the blue. I had to listen, which we have stopped doing for one another, because somehow we wanted it our way and we didn't want it the other way, and then left we agree. Why would you be with somebody? I had like a dream about that, and something I was doing, and I feel like these dudes get with these women. They be weak ass women. Yeah, y'all some weak ass women, and he cheating on you, and you stay. This nigga he's a nigga. He has nothing to offer you. And he try to make props in your life. Well, before I got here, she ain't had that. but you're utilizing her money to get what you trying to do. She ain't care about that. Like when people see my apartment, they be like, "You, I don't need that. That's your opinion." And see, I'm not in a relationship with them, so they or I'm not related to them. And if I was, I'm still not listening. I even have I don't have to. I'm not listening to you because what you're trying to do is put me in a place you want me to be in instead of accepting me as I am in my place. If my place kept me safe, why would I walk into your danger zone? People are like, well, that's not spontaneous. You're not. You're boring. I would rather be boring and safe than to be exciting and always in trouble. My freeness is this is the only freeness I have. Because in this world, we garnish after a biblical law that's not even biblical to punish one another, and you can take away from my freeness since I don't have all the information. See, most men and women are in prison and jail because they didn't have all the information how to defend themselves in the court of law. Let that sink in a little bit more. Not that they did so much of wrong, because we all do wrong. That's the case, we all would be in prison or jail. And one thing that the creator has said to me, he was like, be okay with your life. Because I was thinking like, damn, a lot of people did a lot when they was younger. They went to jail, they got records. Now they older, they are loved by people. Because people forgot what they used to do. And that's cool because you do get people second chances. But what about, and the creator's like, what about you in your whole life? I'll say, creator, always been good and kind and caring to people. He was like, yes, you have. Like I've done some things. Like he you've done things. But I watched you. He said, and it sounds funny. You can sound like you're gonna be like, oh, he sounds self-righteous, whatever you want to call me. Well, self-right is. I'm made from the creator. He made me from self. That's a being from being right. He said, you are perfect, whole, and established. And is his being. I am being with as the creator made me. So yes, I would love to be self-righteous. I will accept you are. I take self-righteous all day to a person that I have to stop myself from cussing and cursing. A person that sit there knowing that is wrong and keep doing it over and over. I'd rather be who I am knowing that is wrong and never did it. And before, like, dang, should I do this? Knowing that is wrong, I'm happy I'm able to stop myself at that very same moment before that action has been committed. See, I did not commit. I committed to my action before. I said I will not do this action before. And I have kept it since I was 35. I made the actions that I made because I had no information of. See, that can sound funny to people. Like you're justifying what you're doing. I didn't say I did anything wrong. Like lying. We are taught to lie. We keep saying, well, lying is wrong. But we are taught to lie. But lying is wrong. Okay, you taught me to lie. Kept telling me it's wrong. I didn't know why it was wrong until I got of a certain age and I lied. Then when I finally told and I told the truth instead of that lie, I understood why I'd rather tell her the truth than a lie. I don't need to tell a lie at all. If a woman asks me if her shirt don't look right, I will tell her. If a woman say, where you been? Or my mother, I told her where I was at. Regardless how stupid it was and how bad it was to them. Like, for instance, people don't want to hear the truth. Like you say, a woman say, how do I look? I don't say, I would tell her the truth. And I've always been this way. But this is like an example. We don't really want the truth. We want the garnish, the fascination of the truth. Just listen to that again. We don't want the truth. We want to garnish the fascination of the truth. We want to paint a picture. We want the aura. We want the fashion. Fashion is like the aura. Oh, it sounds nice. How do I look in this dress? You look very nice, or you look good. You look beautiful. But in actuality, you can say, well, you gained a few pounds, so you're not going to look the same in this dress. So when she asks you, I'm like, well, I don't really like it. And then she say, why? Because you gained a few pounds. And then if some dresses gaining a few pounds and the way it looked before do not look the same. But I would say, well, you and if it's the truth, I would say you gained a few times, and I'm happy you did because now you filled out the dress a little bit better. Now the dress is hitting in the right spots where it's supposed to have been in the first place, or the way you wanted to originally look. But since I didn't say nothing, or you wanted the fashion of the truth because you did look nice in it. You look nice in the dress regardless. That's the thing about people. You nice, not nice. Sorry, I'm gonna take away that word, but that's the word that people like to use when we say you look nice. Nice means foolish. The original word of nice. Oh, say quote unquote nice. You look nice, quote unquote. Go on by the language, noun language. You look nice in that dress because you really do. But that's only your mind, and that's going deeper and deeper in the rabbit's hole. That's only your mind that you think you didn't look nice in that dress, quote unquote nice. So it's really up to you on your choices. Again, you made that choice. You have to live with that sequence, the cause and effects. The action you made, there's going to be an effect. You have to live with that. And for trusting in it and in believing, please, please, I'm saying please, learn for yourself. You can't try the spirit by a spirit without using the hope. The spirit is all. All. I don't gotta know smoke weed to know weed is bad for me. Because I've been around people that smoke weed. You see how that understanding is but somehow in life we are taught, trained, nurtured, and fostered. We gotta go through it. If you don't go through it, I used to say that. I gotta go through it. I do. I don't have to go through getting hit by a car to know the troubles that you're gonna have after you get hit by a car. I seen it and heard it. So in the sense, you are going through it. But in the formalities, I don't have to in the formality. They just turn my heat on. That'd be very nice. In a formality of going through, you don't have to go through literally. Literally. It's a formality. I watch my father smoke or drink, my mother smoke or drink or do a certain drugs. I watched it. The formality is I am going through it. You went through it. So why would you? But I know there's curses. Because we trust in the curses. That's what religion is. Bind us to the curse. See? See how I say bind it? Not bond it? Bond it is the great. It's this kind of the same word, but in a greater form. Go study that. So we got to get away from and to go back to it, my whole life, and there's people that have been their whole life now. I've been a good man, but now good men are being registered as good. Before good men was when registered. It only took a special woman to see that. And those are marriages that last for a long time. Like I see these women fighting for dudes that's in the street. That's call them the Tyrese in the movie Baby Boy. They'll fight for the baby boys. But for the good dudes, the women so quick to say, your love don't feel special. And women are like, well, guys in the street love feel special because they feel like they love you more. Because that's the only line. That's you the only one that got. They don't have nowhere to live. See, when you're gonna talk to me, I have somewhere to live. So you can't pull out that jive turkey crap on me. You can't play that. This is my pussy crap on me. Because we looking at you like, no, that don't work. I got my own, like, I could go home right now. So you trying to play games instead of really trying to be a woman. Like if you're gonna be a woman and say woman to man, see, a woman not gonna play those games. See, and that's how I work. I've been doing this my whole life. You're not gonna tell me my whole life now all of a sudden I don't have to change. You finally making change to your psychology, your psyche that it was damaged. Now you won't tell your daughter the best men are the men that have the best penis. Just like women that's matured and maturated. I was so happy. It was one dumb woman and it was one beautiful woman. They both was of African descent and might have been one of them might have been African. One went by African TV and went by and the one I was sexier was the dumbest. She was dumb as a rock bag of rocks and pebbles. Every dumbness you can. Anything that didn't require nothing to think it was her. I was like, you so dumb. And me and the other guys, we was laughing like, yo, the one on the left, she understood life. She's like, I used to think the bad boys love me more. But she's like, when I actually started dating and giving other men chances, she was like, I was having fun with the lame, the what we call lame. Lame meaning to actually be healed from these curses. That's what lame mean. Let that sink in again. So these so-called lame, educated dudes men was actually like, wow, we were having fun. Wow, he was willing to spend his money when he seen my worth. She had to understand they didn't spend money. He's like they're different. If you don't respect yourself, he won't even put time into you. Once he loses respect, because it's about respect. Women talk about respect. Well, you don't respect yourself. And he was willing to put time in her. She's like, they think differently. She's like, they don't think like the dudes. Because the dude on the street, to get extra money, he go back on the block. The dude that don't go on the street, he had to think a different way. He called up his buddies like, hey, man, is there any jobs available? Is there anything I can do right now to create money? He didn't say I got to go re-up my drugs or get some more and go to a different area or block or connect with some other drug dealer. See what I'm saying? He didn't go back to the streets. His grind and hustle was different. She was like, and I was like, she's like, I wasn't in danger. I didn't have to worry about the police, except for the color of his skin, which we both were the same. But he's like, he didn't get bothered. Because he was like, he had his license. And if we did get put over, he just did what he had to do and we moved on. She's like, the other girl was so stupid. The other girl was like, well, it was this, and that, talking about, and the other woman, they weren't bashing her. They was just like, okay. Because she was like there, because she was the one lady was the mediator more so than answering asking the questions and responding to them. She was a mediator. She was like, yes, it's two sides of both type of men. So the men you want, women, is the men you choose. The man or woman you want is the woman you choose. I'd rather be with a woman. You ever watch the movie Temptation by the TD Jakes, right? That one with Journey Simlot and the one and the dark skinned dude. What did he play in? Can't remember what he played. He played in The House of Pain. He was the son. Can't think of his real name. And she came from the city. They moved into like country and moved into the city. He had a great life. He was working hard. She was working. They like had no nothing. But she met the dude that had the money, the dude that you shouldn't be with. And she worked for a dating service. She was hooking them up. And then she allowed his riches to take over when they was living just as nice. This dude doing a good, all she had to do was look back at home to see how good she had it. But she kept looking away. And the home was like, it's good over here. The grass is good. It's clean. We did it. We cutting the grass together. We here. You don't see it. Because this man worked hard to what he had. And it looked at more because he had a jet. I was like, we gonna have a jet too. Come on. And then found out she started messing with the man, messed it all up, ended up getting AIDS. And ended up this is what she had to do. In the order to every time she needed her new prescription, she had to go to her ex-husband. Vice versa. She had to go to and see him with his new wife and children, being happy and had everything she wanted. They was going on vacation. He had his own business. Everything she wanted was there, and it was still there. It didn't leave. That's who I am. What the women want is there. It never left me. It was always with me. That's how I hold myself so good. And I'm happy now. I can see the respect in myself. And I tell women, if a woman can't respect my one thing, she don't respect me, I have no reason being with her. You got to start thinking yourself, and it's not bad. I ain't talking about some silly ass stuff that we got. I ain't talking about I'm talking about respect. Respect me as a person. I don't like this, so I don't want to do it. If she can't respect that man, no, you don't like it and he do it, that can't. Why is you with that? So you making yourself least respectful and you giving yourself less than. You're less than you are. So in all under Cali, if somebody see you, they like you a piece of shit. You a piece of shit. Because that's what piece of shit is. It's a drop off of discreetment that you didn't like, that your body already used and the rest was left over. That's disrespect. You like being disrespected, you deserve what you get. So you deserve in that earthly contract that your person going to take everything from you after they decide to leave you on their own accord because they're not happy. Get the out of here. Just like I can do, what's I can do bad, not bad by myself. The man was cheating on his wife. That was what that dark skin dude. I can't recall his name. I can't. Well, I can't recall his name, and I don't really know his name. And not Elise Neal, Kimberly Elise. No, not Kimberly. The one I played and set it off always cried. That's Kimberly Elise. Elise Neal. Yep, Kimberly Elise. Their names other way around. Beautiful dark chocolate. I would never cheat on her. I have been licking all that chocolate all day, but that's another way. I don't know. I love my. There's nothing. Well, one guy's like, "Why don't you be the white woman?" I was like, "No," because the creator already know that won't keep me. Why would I be with what keep me? So if a woman like bad dudes, that's gonna keep her. That's gonna keep her. But why you liking them bad dudes? He enjoying what he love bad. That's what make him bad. He wanna be out there. He wanna do that. You allow him. So you don't in true respect, you will get back to who you really are. And he was cheating on her with this girl. The girl was just going for the ride. And people don't know he was with her. Know what she did when he got in a car accident? She claimed out all of the money. All of the money. But Kimberly Elise was a great woman. So they wasn't bad off. They was good still. They was good. It's gonna be a little difficult, a little harder than normal would. But they was good. They was good. Cause she was a smart lady. Ran off with all this stuff. Cause she thought she was old. The damn girlfriend. The girlfriend thought she was old. So that's the situation. Teach your damn son. Stop giving these these little girls his stuff, his money. He don't owe her nothing. That's his girlfriend. You supposed to build to a courtship, to marriage. First is you my friend. You're my girlfriend. We are committed. We're going to court. Then we're going to get married. It can be real fast, but that's how it works. If you don't describe a relationship to your child. I don't know. The people that understand this, we barely showing our children how to live life. That's part of how to pay bills when they leave the house. So I know we damn sure ain't teaching them about relationships. I tell a young men and young women, you're not expected nothing. You're not supposed to even ask him for nothing. If you do, you owe him something. That's how it works. That's how respect. Give and take and give. You don't owe that young lady nothing. If she don't want to be with you, don't be with her. If she can't garnish and fashion the idea of, man, I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart. A little dude working at Burger King and McDonald's, that's hard work. And you making a little $200-$300 every 2 weeks or whatever because you're only working so many hours, but you're working hard and you're just giving up your money to this girl. Vice versa, older man, I'm not just giving my money up to some girl, some woman, just because I like her. See, that's the stupidity they used to teach us, and it don't sound stupid to nobody, because everybody, I'm doing money, I got money. So what? Donald Trump don't even just give his wife money. This idiot don't. The idiot, he's an idiot. He's stupid, and he just don't give her money. But you telling me now we're gonna do regular people? We call ourselves regular people. People that don't have as much money. You tell me you're just gonna give your money to that lady or to that man? So that man got in a car accident. It was a scene. She's about to let this man drown in a tub. It was funny because I wasn't even mad at her. This man did you wrong. He left you out and dry. He kicked her out the house. So he needed her. He needed her. Without her, he wouldn't have recovered. It's like eating this food. Like, you gonna eat this food. I'm not going back in there. You was sleeping with that damn woman, giving her everything that all that everything you it hurted me watching that because I was like, even though it was a movie, I think a woman. I don't know the name of this movie because I just be watching things. I just watching. I don't care for the name. Just like songs, I don't know the name of the song, but it's a great song. Like there's one song I'm trying to find, and oh man, I still haven't found this song. I don't know why I cannot find this song. And the person I thought I had the person is not her. It's not a commercialized song. Because this song is to actually uplift us. So it's hard, and people don't really care. They like for a certain type of. We like for uplifting song to feed into our negative. Like even like Mike Jones back then, I wasn't hot. Now that's kind of feed into the negative because that's basically telling the women, see, you don't like me, but back then I wasn't hot. Now I'm hot. You all own me, which is the truth. But it's negative annotations in there to women. He said, "Well, I'm doing better now, so I'm a little stronger. You can't disrespect me. You can't just run game on me. You just can't run by what you used to run by." See, I thought I was missing, but I really wasn't because if I was really, people say you can't. How'd that go? You can't miss what you never had. That's true and untrue. You can miss what you never had because you never had it, especially if that's what you seek. If you seek love and never have love, not in some expressway type of the almighty type of love. See, I don't live by that. All my love is into my creator, the almighty, the father. I don't live like that. Because I know that's not a physical love on this earth that never will be satisfied. And I'm not looking for a woman to satisfy that. But I know there's women out there that's looking for a man to hold them, to tell them, I'm not here to rape you. I'm not here to disrespect you. And I can do that. But they looking at other type of men, and the men don't garnish and fashion those ideas, but he kind of like skim over it. So she's okay. So they are okay as long as those needs are being met semi. But that man giving all that woman, that girlfriend that he was from his wife, love, all the vacation. He could have been doing that with his wife, showering her, being sexual with her. He defiled his bed. He was having affairs that wasn't going to take him to higher heights and deeper depths. It wasn't going to take him to a higher love. It went up with her. That's what she married you for. She thought that's how you felt about her. And we can call that, and it's still, I'm corny like that. A woman coming home making me a fried bologna and cheese sandwich, some pancakes, and I don't care. We had the same meals because that's how I eat. And then once in a while we try something different. She cooks something different. I'm cool. I won't say, I know it won't be the greatest, but I won't say it's nasty because the other food she make is delicious. Even if it's one of my favorite, I'm not gonna say it's nasty. I'm like, it just tastes different. Okay, big deal. I'm not gonna die if I don't have the food taste the same all the time. It's not gonna bother me. But she put her heart into it. She put her heart into it to show me this is my heart. This is what I have. This is all I have. And she constantly using, and that's all I do. This is all I have. It's nothing to do with money. This is all I have. I'm here. I want to play with your stinky toes. I want to smell your booty. I want to smell how you smell after you sweat. I want to see your hair without it being weaved up and chemicals in it. I wanted to see it frayed up. I want to know you. It's corny. I want to be corny as hell. If that's corny, make me corny. I'm the corniest man on this entire earth. I want to only come home to one vagina every night. I want to just have sex with one woman. I'm corny as hell. That's meat and potatoes. I don't want flaming young. Flaming young is the same meat. I don't need gold into my. I know I can eat gold. I can go buy that myself. I can go make that myself. Nothing special about that. Oh, you look good now because you're not at home thinking about nobody. You don't have no kids, and if you do, you got all this other stuff. You're not even fashioning what my woman fashioning. She got big because she had a kid. I respect her. And I'm gonna be there when she wanna lose the weight. We gonna be losing that weight together. We gonna be we don't talk like that no more. We don't talk about that no more. I don't need social media. I don't need this business to be in love. Oh, I want somebody that grind and make money with me. You don't even grind and make money with yourself. See this ass clown talk. See, that's people that never was in their own self, never like, hold on, this shit don't make sense. I said shit, this is shit. It's garbage, it's trash. It makes it amounts to nothing. See, you don't hear people talk. We scared. I'm not scared to talk like that. I tell a woman, I like you, I think you're beautiful. You know why? I be watching you. I like how you walk. I like how your booty jiggle. I like how you look at me. I like when you want to fake fight with. I like that. I like your voice. I don't say love. I don't say love because like, oh, that's too extreme. Like, but no, I say no. I love you. I love who you are as you because that's you. That's love. That's where love is element. Without if you take two hydrogen, two oxygen, that's H2O, that's water. You can't take out one element and not have it. I love that element about you. I love the substance about you. I like that you get mad. And then I grab you and you stop getting mad. I like that if I turn into a curveball hawk and I just hear your voice and I calm down. See, we don't talk about love. We talk about the make believe of love. See, if you love me, you would do this. No, I love you. That's why I do this. Ass clown. See, we say stupid stuff and we put our own self out of the love. Yo, she talking about I don't love. And like why and then people are like, why do you say that? Then you would talk to the person and they don't have no clue of why they just said that. So that's what I'm saying. We got to stop saying and believing and just trusting and just to trust and believe. Let's get some action. Like I said, I go on the street. These kids have no dreams. They don't know how to even get to one. They don't know how to pay. They don't even know this. I'm working this job to pay this bill. I'm not working this job to pay this bill. I'm working the job so the bill can be paid. I can work a job and have no bills. Know how? I ain't got to live here. I don't got to live in the building. I can make way without living there. See, being homeless for a little while, teach you some things. See, we so quick to shun homeless. Go talk to some homeless people. They teach you how to save money. They'll teach you about life. See, you think life is having all of everything you can have. Life is understanding why you have it. This is that ponder. You think life is having all you can have. Life is understanding what you have. Let your focus get you into your purpose, mission, and position. Your empowerment, your reinforcement, your affirmation should be all good and positive. I love me. I am strong. I am great. I can do my best when I put my heart and mind to everything I do. Have good, positive morals, values, and ethics. Morals, stand on your morals. From day one, I respect women. From day two, I respect women. Overtime, fourth quarter, I respect women. But I'm not going to let junk go across my face and not check that. I have great values. My qualities, my attributes of who I am is great. I'm not going to tell nobody I'm not great. They're like, OJ, what you think about? I'm sexy as hell. They'll laugh. Like, I'm sexy. I was like, you think you sexy, right? It was like, yes. Like, okay then. But we started laughing because I say stuff like that. That's just me. I was like, and they probably looking at me like, who called you sexy? Me. I don't need no woman to call me sexy. Because I know it's a woman out there that think I'm sexy. They haven't met me yet. All the women didn't meet me yet. I don't know all the women. So I'm not giving up on what I really want. I'm gonna take a little break. Take a little break from like fine. Because I know that what I'm looking for. And then other women that get in other women's head and they allow it. Like at the job, this is beautiful lady. Oh man, she's so beautiful. And I just be looking at her. I know she see me looking at her. I'm like, I don't know how I look at her. I don't know what she see in my eyes, but maybe she think I don't know. And she's starting to warm up to me. And I just say dumb stuff. She's like, what's your name mean? I tell her, like, where that's from? Africa. I like this plan. She's like, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from Germany. She's like, no, you're not. I just went. She's like, I don't want to hear it no more. And she cool as ever. Got to work with her. She's so beautiful. People like being saying stuff to me about it. I was like, that's beautiful to me. I like that. I don't care. We can work on whatever else, but in just the spirit of who she is, it's a beautiful lady. It's another one. She beautiful. They not. I'm single. I'm gonna think a lot of women beautiful. To a lot of other women, I don't care. And I tell women, I'm single. Like, what do y'all want me to do? Be gay? Be like, hey girl, let's hang out. Let's do our nails together. No, I don't do that. No. Oh yes, Kevin Hart got that from Sinbad. I'm like, no, no. I was watching Sinbad. Got that from Sinbad. Sinbad quite sure got it from somebody else, or he just made it like popular. I'm like, no, no, I want to do that. Sinbad, funny. Watch his stand up. Sinbad stand up called Where You Been? Where WHERE, the letter U by itself and BEEN. Where you been? Good, good. That one when he was a little older, that one was funny. I don't know his younger ones, but that was funny. So, and be strong by yourself. Be good by yourself sometimes. Be by yourself. You don't need everybody around you. So you have a great day. Whatever you do today, make sure you do it your best. You are great. You don't need people around you. You don't need somebody affirmation, but it's nice to have it. But you know you are great. Sometimes you just gotta like work this out on your own. Sometimes you won't have a person because the people that have been through what they've been through, they didn't have a person. But I learned this for me. I am that person. So that other people that's coming up next will not have a person. These people coming up, they don't have to go through nothing alone. I want to say, you may not have a girlfriend right now, young man. I'm not gay, but you can call me and you can say something to me. Maybe I've been through it. Maybe I can understand. Or let's go get to truth. Let's go work towards it. Like nothing gay about it. Like the one dude talking about, he ain't gonna talk about sensitive things to me. Now this dude talking about sensitive things around me. I was like, like we ain't gonna do that. And he stopped. Then he kept going. I was like, yeah. I like we do that because that's who you closest to. It's not nothing homo. No homo about it. No homo. It's like because we people, we human beings. Like yo, there's nothing soft about you, dude. Young men, there's nothing soft about you. Nothing. You a guy. You gonna hurt. You gonna have some type of pain. You gonna go through some problems. Somebody there might have been through that. So talk to a dude. Like I don't need to have all female friends to understand a woman. Because what you go through with one woman, you're not gonna go through the same thing with the next woman. It's gonna be similar because she's a woman. That's it. This woman gonna show you something different that the other woman what like and the woman like, well, I taught him how to be good for the next woman. No, you didn't. Stop saying that. You taught him how to be good for himself. It's something to do. And if you worried about that, then maybe you need to go stay with him. Maybe you need to like go find some words that he understands. Go check his heart. Go say, hey, I remember when we was dating, when we was just dating, you said whatever he said some strong words to you. You remember those words? And then challenge him. What happened to those words? Get in his face. Don't holler at him. Get intimate with him in his face. Like do your snappy nut thing around him, but don't do it in a diva-ish or nasty attitude way. Like get in his face and be like, put your face on his forehead, put your forehead on his forehead. Like and like what happened to what you said you was gonna do? I thought you loved me. I thought you thought I was the most beautiful woman in this world. And see, women, that's how you fight. Don't say, I ain't giving you no pussy. We ain't having sex. You sleeping on it. No, that's not how you fight. Because you only fight in anger. You don't fight in love. Continue to be great. Shalom.